Star Exile, the new Odyssey of humanity, the twilight of Earth. At the dawn of the 25th century, Earth succumbed to an unprecedented catastrophe. Devastating wars, irreversible climate change, and an uncontrolled cosmic collision annihilated forever the blue planet, cradle of humanity. The species' last hope rested in a fleet of gigantic ark ships, designed to escape the dying planet and carry not only the few survivors, but also the cultural, scientific and spiritual wealth accumulated over millennia. Maia Kiran, scientist and leader of the mission known as Star Nomad, silently watched the destruction of the planet that had been humanity's home for so long. Through the reinforced window of the Ark of Promise, the fleet's last ship, she saw the flames consuming the continents vanish, merging with the shadows of space. A painful farewell for humanity, but still alive, humanity needed to move forward. Space was cold, vast, and unknown, but it was now the only possible home. Exile and the journey. The human ships wandered, searching for a new home when they crossed into the sidereal nebula sector. It was a place where stars danced among glowing gas clouds and where an ancient civilization, the Intergalactic elves, inhabited floating cities propelled by quantum forces and natural energy. These beings, tall, ethereal, and luminous, observed the universe with eyes full of wisdom. The first contact was full of mutual distrust and fear, but also curiosity. Maia and Alvarada, leader of the elves, met to talk about survival, balance, and respect. The elves energetically offered floating cities and system harmonization, while the humans shared stories of their struggle to preserve their legacy. The aliens of Orion, while humans and elves tried to understand each other, the need for broader alliances grew. From the Orion system emerged the aliens, masters of engineering and biotechnology. Their bodies, hybrids between organic and mechanical, were adapted to endure extreme conditions, and advanced artificial intelligence assisted them in all decisions. Upon becoming aware of the approaching cosmic threat called the Devourer of Light, these aliens decided to join humans and elves in a shared effort, thus creating the Pact of the Stars. This pact combined science, magic, and technology for a common purpose, to protect the galaxy and rebuild what was lost. The new alliance through the Pact of the Stars. Humans, elves, and aliens combined their skills and knowledge. Humans brought their adaptability, courage, and indomitable will to prevail. The elves, their deep connection with cosmic and spiritual energies, taught how to manipulate the essence of stars to stabilize space colonies. The aliens devised technology that combined advanced biotechnology with artificial intelligence, creating ships capable of traversing vast distances in reduced time. This union was not easy. Negotiations were often necessary, and cultural disputes almost broke the pact. But the imminent danger eliminated hesitation, reminding everyone that the future depended on joint cooperation. The battle against the Devourer of Light, the Devourer of Light, a living dark matter entity, continued consuming entire stars and planets. The final battle to halt its destruction took place in vast fields of asteroids and crystalline nebulas. Under the command of young Commander Ayla, Maia's granddaughter, the united fleets executed precise combined maneuvers. The elves raised powerful shields made of pure energy, while the aliens applied bioenergetic signatures to their weapons to strike the core of the darkness. The fight was arduous and costly, with many sacrifices, but victory came with the creation of a temporal prison that trapped the entity inside an artificial black hole. Containing its threat, the rebirth of humanity with the Devourer contained, the three peoples began a new period of reconstruction. Humanity relearned to live among the stars, colonizing previously unknown systems, terraforming planets with the help of elves' energy and aliens' machines. Human culture flourished, now multidimensional, blending ancient traditions with the intergalactic future. New generations were born under different suns, but cherished the memory of Earth and the indomitable spirit of their race. The journey of the emissaries. After the victory against the Devourer of Light, the alliance between humans, elves, and aliens entered a phase of intense expansion and cultural exchange. Feeling the importance of strengthening ties, Alvarado appointed a group of elven emissaries to live among humans, learning their customs and sharing their energetic wisdom. Among them was Lyrian, a young master capable of skillfully manipulating quantum fields. On the Ark of Promise, Lyrian was warmly received by Ayla, who saw in his teachings a path to enhance the fleet's defenses. Together, they began exploring ways to integrate human technology with the elves' natural energy practices. The dialogue between science and magic yielded unprecedented advances: regeneration systems for habitats, new types of propulsion based on energy fields, and bioenergetic combat equipment. Tekvar and the Veil network of Orion on the planet Veltrax. Tekvar supervised the implementation of the Veil of Orion, an immense artificial intelligence network capable of monitoring galactic activities with incredible precision. They developed quantum sensors that could detect even weakened pulsars and disturbances created by dark forces. With this network, the Alliance could anticipate attacks and identify hidden dangers, ensuring more efficient defense. However, constant surveillance sparked tensions over privacy and autonomy among the species. Political and philosophical dialogues began to regulate this new era, reconciling security and freedom. The spring of the stars humans, once exiled nomads, began founding stable colonies on terraformed planets. These regions became centers of innovation and culture, where humans, elves, and aliens lived side by side. Sharing art, science, and philosophy, orbital cities grew. Vast virtual libraries preserved the ancient knowledge of Earth and the elves, and joint laboratories developed medical therapies that increased longevity and resilience. The new generation grew with a hybrid identity, proud of its multiple heritages and united by the common mission to explore and protect the cosmos. New threats and mysteries. But the silence after storms is often just the calm before the next great test. Enigmatic signals began to emerge from an unexplored region of the galaxy, pulsars emitting intelligent transmissions, long-lost technological relics, and never-before-seen energy disturbances. These phenomena indicated the existence of other civilizations, possibly hostile, and ancient artifacts that could either save or destroy worlds. The Alliance prepared expeditions, with humans, elves, and aliens forming teams of explorers, scientists, and diplomats to unravel these new enigmas. The legacy of lost Earth. Although Earth was only a distant memory, its legacy remained alive. Stories were told, ancient songs played, and festivals celebrated human resilience even amid loss. Maia Kiran, now elderly, founded the Order of Memory. Guardians, an institution dedicated not only to preserving facts and data, but also the soul of humanity and its connection to the planet it once called home. She believed that the true strength of humanity came from the ability to love, fight, and surpass itself, values now passed on among the stars, along with hope for an infinite future. Seeds of discord. Despite apparent advances and prosperity, the Alliance was fragile. The mixture of cultures, beliefs, and priorities created inevitable tensions. Among humans, radical groups clamored for total sovereignty, resisting any alien or elven influence. Many feared that human identity would be diluted or lost forever. Among the elves, conservative factions saw humans as impulsive and irresponsible, capable of disrupting the energetic harmony of the universe. Some wished to withdraw their people from the pact to preserve their ancestral culture. The aliens, governed by a strictly rational leadership, debated whether the alliance was merely a necessary evil or a true convergence of interests. On Veltrax, military sectors conspired to seize control of resources and command of fleets. Betrayal in the shadows amid these tensions, a betrayal was uncovered. Captain Rylan, commander of an advanced human fleet, had secretly negotiated with a dissident alien faction, selling strategic information in exchange for exclusive control over a privileged energy crystal mining route. The revelation caused shock and outrage. Ayla, head of Human Defense Forces, led an operation to apprehend Rylan, but his capture resulted in open conflict between human loyal forces and mercenaries supported by alien dissidents. The siege of the Scarlet Nebula, while the Alliance struggled internally. The Devourer of Light showed signs of partial awakening. A region called the Scarlet Nebula, believed to hide ancient weapons capable of containing the entity, was besieged by hostile forces, including a previously unknown people emerging from cosmic shadows. The Alliance fleet, led by Ayla, Lyrian, and Tekvar, marched to defend the nebula, confronting enemies wielding weapons based on lost technologies and manipulation of dark matter. The space battle had heroic and devastating moments. Ships exploded like will-o'-the-wisps, while brothers of different races fought side by side. On the battlefield, tensions among allies threatened the unity, with humans questioning alien orders and elves trying to mediate conflicts. Impossible choices amid war. Maia Kiran received an alert that the Ark of Promise had been sabotaged, endangering thousands of human refugees. The sabotage was an act by factions that rejected integration with other races. The decision Maia made was anguishing: to order immediate evacuation, sacrificing the ship's integrity to save the majority, or attempt repairs, risking a catastrophic explosion. The dilemma reflected the greater conflict within the Alliance. How far could trust and collaboration go in a shared future when fear and distrust corroded from within? Rebirth in the storm, despite losses and betrayals, the Alliance endured. Leaders overcame differences with help from an interspecies council, and a new treaty was signed, committing to transparency, justice, and harmonious coexistence. The Scarlet Nebula was saved, and ancient pure energy weapons were recovered, bringing new hope to contain the Devourer of Light. Young Ayla emerged as a symbol of unity, earning respect from humans, elves, and aliens as an example of courage and diplomacy amid the storm. The new era was imperfect, but showed that conflict, when faced with honesty and strength, could generate learning and rebirth, true beacons in the stellar vastness.